Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween. It is Friday, October 31st. This is Jefferson Fossey here with Walsh Trading. Hope you've had a good week trading here. And let's take a look at the market, see what happened here overnight, what happened yesterday, what might happen here today. Please keep in mind that futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk. Certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. So fat cattle here yesterday. December live cattle were up 20 here at 231.10. Not a really big gain here on the day. Relatively narrow trading range. Very similar to what we saw here on Tuesday of this week. Did maintain strength here up above that 5-day and the 100-day moving average. The 100-day is your big support level, at least to my eye. That's a 228.75 or so here today. Market's trying to bounce right back up here, finding a little bit of resistance. We're kind of lodged right against the lows here from where we kind of found lows here in the middle of September. Is going to give us a little bit of resistance right there. Market seems like it wants to head higher. Short-term averages are still on the bearish side like they've been for a week and a half ago now on Wednesday of last week. Volume is declining, coming up a little bit on oversold territory. The MACD is lightening up a little bit. Yeah, cattle market's trying to find support here, but I think a lot of the participants right now are still a little bit bearish and a little bit spooked. They might be fundamentally bullish, but they are having some trouble with the what Trump said here a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, that he wants to lower prices. Feeder cattle, as you can see right here, they've kind of fallen out of bed pretty aggressively here over the last couple of weeks. This is the January contract, finished yesterday up 20. Also had an inside day relative to Wednesday's trade here, finding some support here against that 100-day moving average. That's at 333.75. Still some pretty significant gaps above the market. We did fill one in here with Wednesday's trade. They went down through the gap level here yesterday as well, but bounced right back up here again. And trying to stay pretty firm here. We'll see if they can rally up and fill the gap. Feeders, just like fats, kind of stuck against the lows that we had here in the middle of September. Need to break out through that, start filling this overhead gap. Need to start setting new highs here for the week. Looking over here at December lean hogs, they're up 5 yesterday, grinding right along that 200-day moving average for the last 3 sessions. Staying 5, 10-day moving averages have been really strong resistance, decent selling points here. Well, for at least the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days or so in a row. It is Friday. It's the end of the month. Might be getting a little bit of profit-taking bounce here in the lean hogs. We're right at that 200-day moving average support. I could be wrong about the profit taking bounce, but been down hard here all month long. And like I said, end of the month, end of the week, I think people might want to take a little bit of profit out of there. December corn here yesterday was down to 3 3/4 cents, kind of a bearish turn there. Did rally up, hit that 200-day moving average. That's up at 437. Yesterday's high was 437. But we finished the day lower than we closed here on Wednesday, and lower than most of the trade here on Wednesday, just above the 5-day average. Today we're breaking down below that here. I think this is just a normal back and fill here for the corn market. Keep in mind we filled a gap here this week that we haven't traded at since July 3rd. There is that 200-day moving average there, and it's not uncommon in my experience for the market to kind of trade back a little bit before it resumes its upward tack. January beans, big day up here yesterday, finished the day 13 1/4 cents higher, 11.07 3/4. Market did trade up to the highest level, that we haven't been up at that level since late September of last year. Was the last time we were up near yesterday's highs. This morning there's a little bit of profit taking going on. The market's down about 3.5 cents. We're at 11.04 1/4. Yesterday's big trading range. We also checked the lows here for the week, got down to 1170.5. Monday's low here was 1070.5. Monday's low is 1070 1/4. So they did go down, test those lows, held that 10-day moving average support, bounced right back up. Thinking much like we might get a little bit of profit taking here in beans, but overall the market looks fairly strong. To my eye, looks like it wants to trend higher. If the $11 support can hold here on a closing basis, kind of sets the market up to move up toward that 11.25 and then up to 11.50 mark. Long term, keep in mind that the beans have broken out of the kind of trading range that they've been in here for about the last year or so. Need another little push higher here to get through those September highs, but the market does have some good momentum. People are excited. China's going to be buying soybeans again. While certainly not at ridiculous amounts of soybeans their purchases will be, but it should add back to our demand, and that's always bullish. Looking over here at January soy meal, it's been up for 13 days in a row. It's Friday, it's the end of the month, probably going to get some profit taken here in my eye. We're a little bit lower here this morning, down $1.40. Yesterday it rallied $6, posted its highest close here in soy meal, going all the way back here to March of this year, mid-March. Market looks very, very strong, but we've been up sharply here for about 2 weeks straight. Market is relatively overbought. Volume has been increasing, so there's been new buyers coming in, and I do think the market trend wants to continue higher here, but it's Friday, might see it settle back a little bit. Going to find support against those highs that we had here in May. That's up around that 315 or so area. Today we're trading 316 at the moment. That's where the overnight market's finished. Might get a little bit of profit taken there. Kind of an inside day here so far, and a little bit weaker. Bean oil's breaking 200-day moving average support this morning. It's down 35 here at 49.30. Yesterday it was down 51. Closed here at 49.65. Bean oil is weakening here a little bit. I don't expect it to rally too much, but keep in mind that when soy meal goes up, bean oil tends to go down. If soy meal goes down here today, bean oil might rally a little bit, but it's kind of weak. This is about the lowest we've been here. Well, certainly over the last month or so. September 23rd, we did have a low here at 48.89. The low here today has been 49.16. Market's looking kind of heavy. Stochastics pointing toward lower prices here as well in bean oil. Christmas wheat down 6 here this morning. Bearish engulfment here in the wheat yesterday. Finished down 8 at 524 and a quarter. We're right back toward that 50-day moving average support. There is a price gap here in wheat that we left from Friday to Monday's trade. Friday's high was 515 and a half. Market might be just trying to roll back and fill that gap there. You've got the 10-day moving average here also at 515 and a half. So that might offer a little bit of support. Stochastics pointing back down. Wheat market's been in a downtrend for a while. If the support holds and we start to turn back higher, perhaps a short-term bullish trend is emerging. KC wheat here, same kind of thing. Not a bearish engulfment yesterday, but it was lower here, down by 9 3/4 yesterday. This morning it's down 6 3/4. Same kind of thing there. You got a gap from Friday's high, which was 504 and a half. You've got the 10-day moving average also at 504 and a half. That should be a strong support level. 50-day moving average 504 and 3/4. We finished the overnight session here 506 and a quarter. Same thing with KC, like I just said with Chicago. If that support can hold and we can start hooking back higher, that could be the start of a bit of a bullish trend there. The only market that I've got a new signal in here today is in the cocoa market. It's up 215 here in the morning. My short-term averages are actually flipping over to the sell side. Well, you probably get a better entry if you were to sell it up here. I'd rather get confirmation of this and probably recommend that you, if you were going to follow that recommendation, use a sell stop here. The entry point's right around 61.12 here to my eye. We're at 62.73. We're up 215 on the day. It's been working its way higher for 1, 2, 3 sessions so far, including today. Did make a little bit of a bounce up, kind of hooked itself around her last week. Found some resistance and started trending back here a little bit. We did not set new lows for the move, and we are kind of hooking back higher, so that might lean me more toward the bullish side of cocoa. That's why I'm recommending, if you're going to get short, probably want to use that on a stop market. Metal markets are a bit higher here today. Gold's up about $21, $22 here. Silver's up about 3.5 cents. Silver's actually in the positive here for the week after seeing some aggressive selling pressure. Pretty strong bullish reversal here on the weekly chart, but we'll see if that can hold. Stock indexes are all a bit higher here this morning. The S&P's up 53, but had a big bearish reversal here yesterday. Nasdaq's up 341, also had a big bearish reversal here yesterday. To my eye anyway, the Dow Not necessarily a bearish reversal, but we see those spike highs Wednesday and Thursday. There's some selling pressure up there. Trend is obviously still up here in the blue chip stocks, but they do seem to be losing a little bit of momentum. The Russell has been turning lower here all week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday trade is all week. We're below the 5 and 10-day moving averages in the much broader market, and that might offer a little bit of selling pressure here. You've got 50-day moving average in the broad market here. That's a 24.52. See if that can hold. Do appreciate you folks listening. Talk to you next week.